about unforced errors, and if Gorrochategui could keep them down, obviously in the first set she could not. 17 unforced errors, that's 1 point more than 4 games worth. First set took 22 minutes.
There's an example of opening up too quickly on the forehand. Her left shoulder came way around. You all up in the commentary box could probably see her whole front side a little early.
Yeah, she wasn't really in good enough position to try to open up the court with a winner.
Well, that second serve hit the line, so she's getting very good depth on the second serve. You know when it starts to fall short that she's getting very tentative and start to look for doubles when that happens.
Oh, that's straight in.
Juan Nunes, Sabatini's coach. And he's been the one that's convinced her to really go for her serve.
I think that's a very good play that Sabatini uses. I think it is a good idea to exploit the Gorrochategui side, because if she still favors her left knee, she's going to have a hard time pushing off and covering the deuce part of the court, her forehand side. I think that's why she hits her forehand so open these days. She just can't get behind the ball the way she'd like to. Game point, Sabatini. That's nicely done. Sabatini with her nose out in front in the second set. She easily took the first set. Gabriela Sabatini is surfing along in this match. Hanging 10 against Inés Gorrochategui. She's dropped just one game.
You know, I knew I just didn't catch that wave quite right.
Mary Carrillo along with Pam Shriver courtside, Betsy Nagelson. Let's see if Gorrochategui can make this a match. She held last time. Gorrochategui's service numbers aren't really that impressive. Not making much of an impression on Sabatini anyway.
Never had a game point at all on her serve in the first set. Actually, her last service game was down 15-40 before she was able to turn that around and win it on her second game point.
Oh!
Made a funny bounce when it landed. I guess it was just over the baseline. And Inez's second serve to start that point was at 55 mile an hour, the proper speed limit, and about half court. Not a good one. getting out of trouble well on the forehand side. A couple of times Gorrochategui has penetrated that forehand side and gotten Gabby running wide. She comes up with really good shots.
That's one of her best skills, really, isn't it? Her defensive skills. She's so good when she's stretched out.
Rotten bounce there, and Gorrochategui could not adjust in time. 2 more break points. Boy, this thing is getting really messy. With Arantxa Sanchez-Vicario likely to miss at least some of the big tournaments leading into the French Open. Gotta kind of like Sabatini's chances to do some damage at the French all of a sudden, huh? Still break point for Sabatini.
Except for her past history the last 2 years. Losing that match against Mary Jo, and then last year going back first round and losing to Farina.
Mary Pierce has been out of commission with a groin pull. I'm just saying, you know. She could fill the void. Or not. Back to deuce. Same situation as last game she served. That's it.
Yeah, Gorrochategui's having a hard time being able to close out her service games. And if you look at the 2 service motions of these 2 players, Gorrochategui's serve is very fluid, unlike Sabatini's, which is much more labored. But Gorrochategui's second serve is very much a clay court second serve. She gets a lot of spin on it. We'll often throw in a second serve first like she did just there, but she's capable of clocking in a first serve in the upper 90s.
Just a couple of years ago, it seemed there were so many players from Argentina, men and women, that, you know, we were always talking about in the clay court season, and that really hasn't happened anymore. Game point now for Sabatini.
There's nobody that would be more popular at this point to fill the void than Gabriela Sabatini. She's had 8 chances to break. She's done it 3 times.
Good news, baseball is coming back on ESPN Sunday night. We've got minor league action for you as the AAA Las Vegas Stars visit the Phoenix Firebirds. Satisfy your hunger for baseball Sunday night at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 Pacific, right here on ESPN. First double fault from Gabriela Sabatini. Very high numbers.
Yeah, they sure look a lot healthier than her opponents.
It's that second serve point 78%. That's the number that kills her sometimes through the years, because it's a weak second serve or she double faults a lot, but that's extremely high. Now, those are the big points. These are the points that Gorrochategui's got to make plays on. She's up love 30, finally a chance to possibly break.
And this thing only went in 75 miles an hour, Pam.
Well, high ball toss hits it on the way down. A lot of times if she does duck, that's not a good sign. That means she's not going for power.
15-30. No, not at all. She's trying to bend them in. Gorrochategui's trying to sneak in and threaten her.
The other trouble with Inés is when she gets off court, she doesn't have the typical clay court high loopy shot that gives her time to get back into play. That time, Inés's pace helped Gabby. So Gabby just hit the winner to the backhand corner.
Love 30 to 30 all. That's a nice play from Gorrochategui.
Gorrochategui, when she is on the run and out of position, she likes to go for it, and if they're landing as short as they are, she'll be in trouble. This one, she gets a terrific angle, the inside-out forehand.
Break point. Another unforced error.
She has just missed so often in this match. I mean, you know, balls are landing just very close to the lines. I mean, she really is aiming for the lines.
Which is the mistake,
yeah.
Especially when you're not in that offensive position. She really didn't have the opening with that backhand.
Not only that, guys, but Sabatini is struggling in this. I mean, she's nervous in this game, and Gorrochategui should sense that and work on it.
There you go. She was hitting so many second serves either on the line or a fraction in. That was only a moment of time before that happened.
This is Gorrochategui's coach, Leo Lerda, and he's been with her since she's been 11 years old. He took her through the juniors. She lost in the finals of French Open in the juniors.
Oh boy, there is the break. Is Sabatini going through a meltdown again? We'll find out when we come back. Sabatini broken on serve. Back on the stadium court, things have changed, haven't they, in the last 5 minutes? Sabatini up 6-love, 3-1. And as the late great Ted Tenling once said of Martina Navratilova, she saw vultures where no one else saw them. That is called wide. It's real close. It's a call she could have used. J.T. Holmes is the Executive Vice President and Chief Accounting Officer of Bauchelon, one of the many Bauchelon suits who are around here this week. It's a nice bunch. They have a good time. They have a meeting every now and then.
Great event.
Love 15. Oh boy, 2 bad breaks for Gorrochategui in a row.
Yeah, you really picked it, Mary. I mean, you got to wonder why, though, at 6-love, 3-1, serving, Sabatini would feel a little bit threatened or a little bit nervous, and she served a couple of doubles in that game and got broken.
But now Inés is letting her off the hook.
Exactly.
Love 30. That was a good kick serve.
Well, she's been in trouble in all her service games. She did finally hold in the second game, but she was down 5-40 then, and then 5-40 again on the fourth game, and love 30 here. She's got to come out firing early in these games. So this point brings up 1540, not 540. Same difference. Nice reach volley, but it's too much air time. Gives Gabby plenty of room. Look her jump on it really very quickly. Gets it high enough so it's not an awkward shot.
Oh, that's a nice looking point from Gabriela Sabatini for another break of serve. Sabatini now up 4-2 in this second set. Carved it up pretty well in this one.
She did a good job to get behind this ball with enough time to be in good balance to play the winner.
She can flatten it out on the run, too.
Yeah.
That's nicely done.
Such great balance on this surface.
The flag of Argentina. Not exactly waving proudly, but it's here. Oh. Gorrochategui couldn't handle the Sabatini doll. A lot of pace, a lot of spin.
She read it well. She moved instinctively to cover the cross-court volley. Good hand.